Morning guys, welcome back to Westcliff Koi Pond. I'm sitting here on flasher watch. I'll say after a good clean out last week and we had a few flashes, and I suppose to be expected after cleaning out all the filters, doing a huge water change, moving everything off the bottom. Still get the odd flick, but nothing too bad. I say, but what we done after the clean out, I didn't like, you know, the retro bottom drain down there with the big corrugated pipe coming off of it, going onto the pump. I thought I've got to get rid of that big corrugated pipe. So I fitted a rigid pipe work from the retro bottom drain. You can see it on the bottom there, running right across the bottom. Yes, I know, I should have had a couple of black fittings on there. I wanted a black coupling and a black elbow, but I thought by the time summer comes around that'll be nice and green anyway. So rigid pipe work right across there, and I've put the pump up onto one of the shelves, like the 18-inch shelf. So the pump is now sitting on the shelf with a little bit of corrugated pipework going just through there, but there's no corrugated pipework in the water. All I've got in the water now is the retro bottom drain, the air stone, and that's it. So really nothing in the water, no more obstacles in the water. So I say we had a Essex koi keepers come down yesterday. I thought they might have done a couple of scrapes for me, but they sat here for an hour and 45 minutes watching the fish. Yeah, a couple of them had a flash while they were here, but they agreed, like with me really, there's I'm over worrying really, because I've never really had anything flicking and flashing in here. I'm just panicking, just a bit of panic, think, oh, what's wrong with them? But I've had a look at them, and they said that I really didn't think I had anything to worry about. As you can see, they're all, you know, you might still get the odd one, give a flick, but they're not doing it continuously. None of them are actually on the bottom clamped up. They all look happy enough. They're all coming up having a feed. So just leave them alone. Anyway, don't you can see that pipe that there? See that? Me rigid pipe right the way through, up to the pump on the shelf. You can see the pump there. And that corrugated wide pipe just goes straight through the wall. So it just takes a few more obstacles off the bottom. I say, they all seem happy enough, they're not bothered. I say, every morning you come out here it's different. Actually we've got one of our fish had developed a twisted spine. Old Jaffa down the back bottom there. See him? Look. I only just noticed it. See his little twisted, well, not a little twisted spine, a big twisted spine. Keeps on like that, it'll end up like a banana. And instead of calling him Jaffa, we'll have to call him Banana. Might just end up with a fruit salad in the pond instead of fish. they're all swimming around, all seem as happy as Larry. Now let me take you and show you me my microscope that Essex Koi Keeper brought over. They did phone and said they'd got a microscope for sale if I wanted to buy it, so just for a donation to the club. So, oop. Yes, the step ladders are still here. Ronnie's still doing a bit. Yeah, so there's the microscope. Whoops. As he said, it's not you know, top of the line sort of thing, but he said it'll do for what you want to do there. So really, I mean, you know, it hasn't got a moving bed, which you know, so I've sat out here last night and played with it for a little while. What they done, they brought over a slide with them, and all that is a housefly's back leg. Is it? Yeah, they brought that housefly back leg for me to have a zoom in to have a look at. That was quite interesting. Hairy old chaps, aren't they? So, and then she went out and done a little scrape in the pond, just took some algae off, and had a look at that. That's quite strange as well, just looking at that. So it topped up, we gave them £20 for that, and their mileage, well, I suppose they travelled 20 miles here, 20 miles back, and they had the cheek to charge me £3 mileage. Well, I thought that's ridiculous, isn't it? 40 miles for £3, it wouldn't even pay their petrol. So I think joining the club, well, I've always said it, joining the club is it's paid for itself already, really. You know, the two guys are very helpful. Very, very helpful. I think they were the founders of the club. They started out, it's 12 years old. George and Anne. And I believe George is actually a registered surgeon for koi. So he's quite handy, you know. I say the first time he ever turned up here, he turned up with all these operating tools. I thought, wonder what he was going to do. Anyway, so that looks pretty good to me. I dare say it'd be like going back to school. Everything I get on it, I'm going to be looking at it through a microscope. Cornflakes, everything. So, I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what was going on, because my last video was, got to think what it was entitled now. New syndrome, new pond syndrome or not. Well, I think it was, or not, I don't know myself. But say just in a day they seem happier already, really, to be quite honest. So again, been out here 20 minutes, half hour. There's nothing had a flash. Nothing's had a flick. Plus they brought over a little bottle of bacteria, what they'd concocted in their back garden. As I said, we've stripped out all the beneficial bacteria. We've stripped out of it by taking all the filters out. Although we didn't clean all the filters out at once. Vince over at Twisted Koi said to me, don't take them all out at once. But they're the filters. There's 7 of them in the filter. In the def can we've got. So there's 7 of them in the filter. So we've done 3 to start with. and we give it a week, and then we've done the other 4. So in fact, Essex Koi Keeper said we could even sort of suspend them over the side of the pond and let some of the bacteria from that go back into the pond. But looking at these now, there ain't no more flicking and flashing. I think I might just leave it. So the big iris, what fell in last year, I say it was sort of 6 foot, the iris, it might even been 7 foot, that fell in, and we had to break that up into 4 or 5 pieces, and I think the wife's in there breaking it up even smaller. But what we're going to do, we're going to just plant them up. After watching Vince again, demolishing his front pond with all his plants in the alpha grog, because taking these plants out, the actual aquatic soil is stunk. It was in a terrible mess. And I say, Vince took his front pond apart the other day, and he showed us all these plants in there, and they was just in alpha grog. So that's what we've done. We've potted these up and just put them in alpha grog. So that'd be interesting. Again, we're taking all the plants out of it. Again, we're taking all the plants out, and the plants help to eat the nitrate, don't they? So something else we done wrong. But as our old mate says over at Koi Pond Lifestyle, every day's a school day. And he couldn't be more right, could he? So anyway, I'm not going to drag this one out any longer. I just thought I'd give you an update on my fishies and let you know they're all doing fine. They all look happy enough. I think they're waiting for a little bit of sunshine to come out. It's supposed to be 22 down here today. I think they're waiting for a little bit of sunshine to come out, and they'll all be back up on top again. So anyway, guys, I think this is our last day of a bit of warmth, and then it's all turning. Oh, it's not. Sunday's the last day of warmth, and then it's turned next week. It's turning back down to 16, 14s as the week goes on. So make the most of this weekend, guys. And happy Halloween. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.